Let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him.
What up, YouTube? It's your boy Chef Yef, but y'all know the only thing I'm cooking up is my opinion. I appreciate y'all for being here with me in this video. If you enjoy the content, y'all already know what to do. If you want to donate to the channel, link on the screen or in the description below. That's Cash App Chef Yef with 3 F's. And remember, I am not a hip-hop journalist, hip-hop historian, or lyrical miracle specialist. I just give my take on things I'm tapped into. And I hope you all are having a good and blessed day. Alright, so this video is coming off the heels of the video I just did about the rabbit hole is getting deeper. I could go further, I promise, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? With the whole Rock and Jay versus Steak and Drake, you know what I'm saying? So I think this video was posted before the video I just reacted to in that video. But this adds a little bit more detailed context. I said I was thinking about doing a deep dive on this, but I'm not. This is kind of my deep dive. I'll probably do, I think I've seen a video from Jay Roebuck that I may react to after this one. I got a little bit more time today, so I might do like 3 or 4 videos today. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I may react to that after this. We'll see. But yeah, so we're gonna see what this here is talking about. We're gonna I didn't even say the video. So we're getting into debunking Akademiks accusations against Jay-Z funding his Steak lawsuit. So we gonna see what they time. I don't like the look of it. Okay, so this video come courtesy of The Ville. Y'all already know what to do. Like, subscribe if you not already. Make sure y'all donate to his channel because The Ville has been working overtime since this whole Drake and Steak thing came about. The Ville is always deep diving, breaking things down, bro. If y'all don't know, I was following The Ville when he had like 200, 300, 400 subscribers, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, his whole deep dive into like the Mark Hotel, man, the rabbit hole got deeper. I'm trying to tell y'all, if y'all ain't see that series he used to do with Ebony Prince, I wonder what happened to Ebony Prince. Like, did he ever come back out? That's kind of crazy. Yo, The Ville, if you see this, because I'm gonna tag him obviously, but if you see this, I'm not sure if he might get into it in this video, so I'm gonna just wait actually, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so we gonna, and make sure y'all donate to his channel. I think I already said that, but yeah, without further ado, let's get to it.
Akademiks has now accused Jay-Z of funding these Steak lawsuits against him, Drake, Aiden Ross, and his friend George, also known as Akademiks TV. He has now came out and said in a recent live stream that he believes, after finding out information, that Jay-Z could be the one that was pumping money into this lawsuit that was filed against him in New Jersey. There was an individual by the name of Jason who filed this lawsuit in New Jersey against Steak and all of them, Drake, Ak, Aiden Ross, George, everybody. After paperwork had came out for a disclosure of third-party litigation funding, the identity of the funder for this lawsuit was revealed. Plaintiff had entered into a litigation funding agreement with Poleg LLC, a New York limited liability company with its principal office at New York City. Funder was organized under the laws of New York. And this is what Akademiks wants people to focus on. It says, authority over litigation settlement decisions the funder does not possess, and its approval is not required for any litigation or settlement decision in this action. Plaintiff and his counsel retain exclusive authority and control over the strategy, prosecution, resolution, and settlement of this matter. Nature of financial interest. The funder, Poleg LLC, provided plaintiff with a forgivable loan in order to pay legal fees. Repayment is only contingent upon the result of this litigation, with repayment happening only upon and if the recovery exceeds the amount of the loan. But he wants people to know that Poleg LLC provided the plaintiff with a forgivable loan. And later on in his live stream, he goes to say that an individual by the name of Tamir Poleg is the one responsible for this LLC. Now, this is the part where Akademiks tries to spin a narrative. Tamir Poleg, who he's tying to this Poleg LLC, he runs this company named Real Brokerage. Real Brokerage announced a $20 million strategic investment by Insight Partners. That
This nigga look like this nigga look like Tom from MySpace days. Bro, is this Tom? Was his name Tom on MySpace? Like the first friend that you'll ever get when you join MySpace? Was his name Tom or was it something else? think it was Tom. Bro, this guy look like this guy look like the Tom guy from MySpace. It's kind of funny.
Company, Insight Partners, invested money into his company, Real Brokerage. Insight Partners also invested money into Michael Rubin's Fanatics, where Jay-Z is a partner. Says Jay-Z and Roc Nation invested Michael Rubin's Fanatics, now valued at $18 billion. And this is kind of where Akademiks starts to believe that because Insight Partners works for Fanatics, invested in them, and invested in Real Brokerage, the same company that Tamir Poleg is a part of, he now thinks that this all ties to Jay-Z. But there's a problem that he didn't talk about. There's a quiet part that he failed to mention out loud. There's something that he's refusing to look at or is looking over. And it's the fact that since 2025, Insight Partners has worked with more than 875 investments and $9 billion in regulatory assets under management. The investors that Akademiks is claiming has ties to Jay-Z and the Poleg LLC that is funding his lawsuit, not only have they worked with Fanatics, not only have they worked with Real Brokerage that's tied to Poleg LLC, but they've worked with 800 other companies. They've invested in 800 other things. And I drew it up just for people to look at. And I had to call this Akademiks Accusations because I felt like it had a certain ring to it. But Poleg LLC is funding.
Damn. Akademiks Accusations. Sheesh. Yo, Ak, you gotta chill, bro. When niggas start creating like like little rhyme patterns off of you and like some other shit, hey, that's when you gotta chill, bro. Unless it's something good, but in this case, it ain't really good for you. But man, so yeah, so the thing, like, and that's, and I think I seen Poetic Flacco say, why would Jay-Z, Roc Nation, because this is coming off the heels of like all the Charlemagne and Roc Nation, Charlemagne going at Ray Daniels or whatever, and everybody trying to prove why Charlemagne actually like works for works for Roc Nation, and he was saying like, why would Roc Nation need Charlemagne to go in? Why would Roc Nation go into business with Charlemagne to acquire the? I think it was a casino, right? He was like, Roc Nation is a big company, billion dollar company. Why would they go in with Charlemagne? Or why do y'all think that they need Charlemagne to put money into this casino with them, like to invest with them, and the other 3-4 people that was named with Roc Nation? He was like, why would you think that Roc Nation need them? They got $1 billion or whatever, or they're $1 billion corporation. And the thing is, like, if y'all, I'm pretty sure most of y'all has at some point looked up, you know what I'm saying, what it takes to be a millionaire, or like strategies, like stuff like that. And if you haven't, well, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you got the internet, you should be. Sorry, excuse me. Especially if you're a grown man. But I'm not saying money is everything, but like, you know what I'm saying, everybody kind of want to be well off in a certain way. But if you haven't, one of the first things you learn, one of the most basic things you learn about what these millionaires and billionaires and all these people usually do, even when their net worth is sky high, they use investors, or what they would call OPM, other people money, to invest in things all the time, even when they got the money. So even when they got the money, they still use other people money because it is leverage. They love leverage. Millionaires and billionaires love leverage. Like, it's something that they do to attain wealth, and it's something that they do to continue to invest in other ventures, projects, businesses, like real estate. Like, it's just like stocks, like shares. They do this all the time. And I brought that up because, because it looked like DeVille is about to get into how this company is basically invests with a bunch of other companies, and it's like, bro, this is what, and this is kind of what I was saying in the last video, and this is also what Top 5 Troy was trying to say. This is just business. Like, this ain't got really nothing to do. It could, I'm not defending Roc Nation or Jay-Z. It could be Jay-Z wanna slight Drake in a way, but you'll never be able to verify that because there's a bigger play to all of this. Like, this really ain't about Drake. This is about businesses trying to battle it out in a specific market or niche in their opponents. So they're going to try to slight each other the best way as possible to gain an edge or advantage over each other. That's just what happens. Investors, OPM, even when they have billions and millions of dollars, they still invest in other things with other corporations or like partners. Like, it's just something that they do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Flacco. See, I don't know what video that was. I think it was. I really don't know which video. It was a recent video about from Poetic Flacco when he was touching on this whole thing. So, and I was just watching it. I was just like, nigga, you should know this, but let's keep it going.
The litigation, funding the lawsuit against Act, Drake, Steak, Aiden, Ross, and George. Poleg LLC is tied to Tamir Poleg, that is running Real Brokerage, this company. They get invested by Insight Partners, who also invested in Fanatics, which is tied to Michael Rubin and Jay-Z. But if Insight Partners is invested in 800 other companies, then at that point, this connection that you're making does not make any sense at all. And you can't tie Jay-Z to Poleg LLC. How are you going to connect these individuals because of this investor when this investor has invested in almost 1,000 things? It doesn't make any sense, at least with the information that Akademiks have brought up. Based on the information that I looked up, Jay-Z is not funding any type of lawsuit. Jay-Z is a partner of Michael Rubin. Michael Rubin runs Fanatics. They were invested by Insight Partners, who also invested in Real Brokerage, but they've invested in over 800 more companies. So when Akademiks is trying to point at Insight Partners as being the individuals that could tie Jay-Z to this whole operation, it falls apart when you know that they've invested in so many things. You are basically just throwing a needle in a haystack and trying to say that you found it immediately.
And that's the thing, bro. And I be feeling like these niggas gotta know this, right? Academics, the Flacos, like these niggas with What's the Dirt, like these niggas gotta know this, right? What's the Dirt did like a whole hour video. I'm not sure if he brought that part up what DeVille just said because I didn't watch it. They leave things out just to paint their narrative, and it's like, okay, you could do that, right? You could do that. But now when somebody else brings that up, now you kind of gotta rebuttal that in a way, like, especially if you're like a big platform, you know what I'm saying, and you're pushing your agenda. Now I feel like Academics should rebuttal this, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just them investing in Fanatics. They also invest in a million other things too. So why do y'all think that this is some sort of play just like to get y'all niggas out of here? And it's like, even if it was, right, we can't forget where this all stems from. This all stems from Drake being accused of doing all the botting and fake streams and stuff like that, right? Like, let's not forget, he was the one that was getting bots removed, most of the time. I know other artists did too, I believe, including Kendrick, but it wasn't. You could tell it's something that Drake always get caught up in. Versus any other artist. And not to say that he's actually doing it, you know what I'm saying? Because other people could buy things for other people, like corporations could buy things for, like, so it's not to say that Drake is technically doing it, but he put so much emphasis on it he's always trying to like poke at that, and then he's always the one getting caught up in some. His numbers always look crazy, wishy-washy. Like he's just numbers. And so now we gotta look. Well, like in my opinion, we kind of look at that sideways now when it comes from Drake. So now it just seemed like ever since that, now you got Akademiks, you got What's the Dirt. Now they're trying to spin the narrative into making this about. First it was UMG buying Not Like Us. Now it's about Rock Nation. Excuse me. Now it's about Rock Nation and Jay-Z conspiring against Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like, when really this probably has nothing to even do with Drake. And the the thing with Kendrick and Not Like Us, that shit got thrown out super early. So that shit, even in Drake lawsuit, that shit got thrown out super early. So that shit was been debunked. But in terms of this, it seemed like it's just business versus business, and Drake is just somewhere in the middle. And now they're trying to like get the attention off of all of their battles they've been losing, and trying to like create like this new thing. And it's like, bro, y'all niggas shots never penetrate, bro. Yo, pin the tail on a donkey. Y'all niggas been a fake. Like, bro, none of this shit ever sticks, bro. It never sticks, bro. But y'all niggas really been pressing this. And in a way, I do feel like Charlemagne did play a part in this, you know what I'm saying? Because it's also coming off of the whole Charlemagne versus Ray Daniels. He gave him Donkey of the Day because Ray Daniels said Jay-Z album was done. Rock Nation said fake news. They kind of put the attention on Ray, even though he wasn't apparently someone who was like big like that, no Diddy, or known like that. I said in the last video I didn't know him, but that doesn't mean he ain't like he's not something. Like I'm pretty sure he's a somebody. I just ain't know him personally. So it did kind of look away. I ain't gonna lie, it did look away. Like it's like, dang, Charlemagne, it did seem like you're going like, but even aside like from that, like that still doesn't play into what the picture that y'all are trying to paint. Like even if Charlemagne does work for Rock Nation, which would y'all never be able to prove, but even if he do, like, okay, that's Charlemagne agenda. Like it is what it is. That still doesn't mean like Jay-Z is trying to like get Drake out of here or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It could, you feel me? But it just doesn't. It doesn't mean that, bro.
There's no way that Akademiks could connect Jay-Z and Michael Rubin to Poleg LLC. There's no way that that is possible. The one thing that I will say is that whoever is going against Akademiks does have a lot of money, but that doesn't mean that it's Jay-Z off rip. And just because Insight Partners is invested in 2 people out of 1,000 doesn't make the connection directly to Jay-Z to Poleg LLC. But Akademiks wants to come out here and try to tell people otherwise. He wants to say because he found out that this LLC is connected to this person who is invested by this person who invested into these other things, who is tied to Jay-Z and Michael Rubin. And Michael Rubin, that doesn't make sense to me because Michael Rubin recently came out and hanging out with OVO members. So I don't even think that Michael Rubin, who's partnered with Jay-Z, who's running Fanatics, would do anything to tarnish Drake, especially if it's him or an investor of his.
We got your new team. Let's see it right now. Who's your team?
First of all, Nick's on my team.
Chilling with Michael Rubin while he gives him a LeBron jersey. You know Drake ain't gonna like this, but this just goes to prove that Michael Rubin, somebody who's tied to Fanatics, the person that runs it, I believe he's the chairman, correct me if I'm wrong, he's still kicking it with OVO members. I don't think that he's going to plot against OVO if he's still chilling with OVO. I don't think his investors are plotting against OVO.
I thought it was the Raptors, but now you said it's the Sixers.
My team too.
And how about now you got your Bron jersey?
I mean, we'll put a bet on Philly this year on Fanatics Sportsbook. How about that?
What's crazy is that he is hyping up Fanatics also. OVO Rocks is hyping up Fanatics. Michael Rubin is associated still with OVO members. And we can't forget that Drake is cool with Michael Rubin also. He was at his all-white parties back in 2024 when he was getting dissed by Kendrick Lamar in real time.
That nigga Drake gonna that nigga Drake gonna give that nigga a phone call right there. We already know. Hey my nigga, you ain't gonna have that jersey for too long, nigga. That Philly jersey, you ain't gonna have that shit for too long. Drake gonna come motherfucking revoke that goddamn jersey, nigga. but But yeah, man, Drake was at the white parties, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was. But I think that was, you know what I'm saying, maybe that was before all this kind of like started to like really, if I'm like trying to be fair, you know what I'm saying? But even if Drake is still cool with Ruben, that just goes to show that this ain't really that even Drake, like you can understand, then you could tell that they're just trying to paint the narrative just to make Jay-Z look bad. This ain't really got nothing to do with like, and what it seemed like. If Drake is still cool with Michael Rubin after all of this, then it just seemed like this ain't really about like the Rock Nation versus State thing. It just seemed more like Drake just want to call out Jay-Z and paint Jay-Z in a bad picture because of their gripes. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying Drake can't do that. He could do like whatever he want. I ain't saying like that's wrong, but I mean, it kind of is wrong, but you could do what you want to do. You feel me? Like everybody got their freedom. Everybody got freedom of speech or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So he could feel free to push that agenda, but it's just gonna make him look bad when there's nothing that sticks. It's like, bro, you have agenda after propaganda, and none of them ever stick. Even when it came to Kendrick. And not to say that Jay-Z is this clean, squeaky guy, because it's like, oh, now you're trying to defend Jay-Z. This is what it's like, bro. I ain't saying that. Like Jay-Z could very well be like a shady ass nigga, but like just because he probably freaked over some people in the industry, what the freak does that have to really do with? I know for me, that ain't got nothing to do with me. It don't like affect me what Jay-Z does. Y'all let me know if it affects y'all. Like, I don't know. None of it seems to affect me. So maybe that's why I see it that way. So it's just my opinion, but I don't know, bro. I never really cared about anything what Jay-Z did. Now he does some good things, he does some bad things. Apparently he's gotten some laws changed and like whatever. But I mean, I just personally don't really care like that. As long as I could wake up in the morning, go to work, try to feed my family, try to prosper in this world some way, shape, or form or fashion, it is what it is. Now, I know somebody else was saying, like, oh, because what Jay-Z is doing is because of, like, it's affecting smaller artists. And it's like, okay. Y'all let me know if that's what it is, man, because I really don't know.
Michael Rubin is cool with Drake. He's also partied with Drake. He's chilled with him. I know his business partner is Jay-Z, but if he's still running around being friends with OVO, still partying with Drake, I don't think he would plot with Jay-Z to get his investors involved who are involved with 1,000 other people to.
Damn, that nigga Drake look freaked up in this picture, bro. This is right off the battle, bro. Yo, Kendrick look like he hit that nigga with a 3-piece and a biscuit. Sheesh. Had that nigga on a triple Ozempic. Oh, what is it called? Ozempic? He had that nigga taking a triple Ozempic shots. Ozempian, I don't know, Olympian? What is it called? Ozempic or Zempian. I don't know what the frick it's called. But whatever it is, that's what this nigga, like, he was taking double the dose of that shit. Bro, because why this nigga face look droopy as freak? He don't look like this now. This nigga Drake face look droopy as freak in this picture, bro. I remember when I first seen this, I was like, bro, ain't no way that's Drizzy. And it was, bro. I'm glad he got that shit straightened out because I don't think he look like this no more. Or maybe he do. I don't know. But damn, this nigga this nigga look exhausted in this picture. Even Michael Rubin looked younger than him, and I think Michael Rubin is older. Like, what the freak? That's crazy.
Fought against him with this one guy who's tied to this other LLC. It just doesn't make sense. You are just reaching at this point because you want to believe so bad that you're a victim against Jay-Z, when that is not the case at all. The only person talking crazy about Jay-Z right now has been Akademiks, at least from the information that Akademiks has brought us right now. Based off the information that he gave us, I don't think that you could establish a proper link that is going to tie Jay-Z to the public LLC that is funding this lawsuit. And I keep bringing up the 800 companies because I really want you to think. The idea that just because they invested in both Real Brokerage and Fanatics, Akademiks wants that to somehow mean that Jay-Z is secretly involved in the Stake and Drake Akademiks lawsuit. It's extremely weak. Just because they have a shared investor doesn't mean that this is a conspiracy. Insight Partners is an investor to capitalistic gains, nothing more. They are not plotting for Jay-Z to get at Akademiks. A lot of people who don't know, sharing the same investor is extremely common and doesn't create a meaningful link between those companies or the other activities that they get involved in on the side. And this is
So I'm not gonna say that Jay-Z ain't trying to get at them, because he could very well be, but it's not how Akademiks and Drake see it. Like, the way it seems to me, this is my opinion, my perspective, it really seemed more of like a business versus business thing. They trying to freak over the other businesses in their market, which is State, or they actually Drake, State, and Ak, or in Aiden Ross, I think is in the lawsuits too. Or they actually think that them niggas is doing some actual shady shit on the back end and they're trying to sue them. I think the whole getting at Akademiks and Drake thing, it could be a play, because them Rock Nation could be shady too. Jay-Z could be shady too. They could be all Slim Shady too, right? But it seemed like if they are trying to get at Drake and Akademiks, it seemed more of like a side mission. Like, they wouldn't really care if they wouldn't, it really wouldn't be them getting at them if Drake wasn't a part of Stake. It just so happened to be that Drake is a part of Stake, so now, and Drake always sending shots, Akademiks always talking shit about Jay-Z even before this all started. So I think it kind of just, because of their relationships, it kind of plays into this. So Drake and Akademiks could go ahead and spin it. But they're losing in that too. So even if Jay-Z is trying to get at y'all, he winning. Like, he winning. He is winning right now. He's whooping y'all ass on both accounts. Like, so it's crazy. Either way it go, y'all niggas just on here complain. Like, y'all just on here complaining and shit. So it is what it is. Now, again, I don't know if this is actually affecting people in their real lives or artists in their careers. If it is, look, I'm sorry, but I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything that touches on that specifically during this whole during this whole saga. So y'all let me know in the comments if this could actually be affecting people. And we'll see where it goes from there. But yeah, make sure y'all go like and subscribe to the Ville. I believe he did a live stream too. I think his live streams gets added to his Patreon. I am on his Patreon, so I may go check that out. And yeah, make sure y'all go like and subscribe and donate to his channel. And y'all already know, if y'all enjoy the content here, y'all already know what to do. If y'all want to donate to the channel, y'all know where the link's at. It's your boy Chef Yef. Y'all know the only thing I'm cooking up is my opinion. And I will see y'all on the next one. And I'm gone.